Welcome to part 3, and it's time we face off against Chaos 4. And we all know the drill. We have to avoid the occasional shockwave. We have to hop from lily pad to lily pad, because Chaos will do these crazy moves that will knock them down for a bit. We have to hit him when he pops up. And this water here, it's not really water. It's more like molasses. I mean, you can stand on it, but you get stuck on it for a little bit. Now this right here, I don't remember Chaos 4 doing this move. Him splitting into 4 balls to come homing directly at you. I just... Maybe I probably have a faulty memory, but I don't remember that happening. Whatever. You know, with Chaos being a water monster, you would think that he would have the advantage here. Oh sure, he's now in the form of a shark, so that he can swim around, but he's made of water. Surely he could use the water in this area to his advantage, you know, create some water tentacles. And I know what you're probably thinking. Oh, he's not powerful enough. Oh, he only has 4 Chaos Emeralds. Well, he could still use them to a limited effect. He could use it to make the occasional water tentacle or something. Something that will knock down the lily pad. Something that will really attack Sonic. Something that will make his day miserable. But no, he just swims around and takes down lily pads. Occasionally pops up his head. Does that trick that I don't remember seeing in any videos. But again, I kind of have a fuzzy memory of this game. Yeah. Now, I was tempted to include the infamous Knuckles shut up meme when Sonic called Knuckles a knucklehead, but then I would be accused of ripping off those other LPs like the Great Clement. And to be honest, folks, should I really include that meme the next time Sonic calls Knuckles a knucklehead? Let me know. We have 2 more chances. And that's a boss. Kind of, yeah, underwhelming. Anyway, stand by for the appearance of a great battleship.
Behold my floating masterpiece, the Egg Carrier! But it pales in comparison to the power of chaos. Adieu, until we meet again, my friends!
We can't let him get away! Let's get to my workshop and we'll take the tornado!
Yeah! You guys go. I have some unfinished business to take care of.
No problem, Knuckles. We'll take care of everything here.
Come on! Let's get going!
One of the cool things about this game is you can occasionally run into a playable character that's just standing around like a non-playable character. And when you talk to them, they actually talk. And what they say, it's pretty much clues you into what point of the story they're at. And I find that kind of neat, depending on the character relationships and whatnot. Anyway, here's a cutscene.
Sonic! Wait here for a second!
And so we begin Sky Chase Act 1. We are going to shoot a bunch of planes from the sky. We are going to shoot a bunch of bombs that are deployed from the egg carrier. Yay. And at least for the GameCube, they've updated Sonic's look. In the original Dreamcast version of the game, Sonic had his pre-Dreamcast version model on him, and kind of looked weird, having the shorter spines and whatnot. Here, in the GameCube version at least, they took the opportunity to fix that, to extend his quills to match his in-game sprite better, and at least they tried some things. So yeah. And I'm going to let you know right now that because Tails is a part of this, we will go through this again, but I will save you the torture, and I will actually cut out the sub game right here, because do you really want to see this again? I mean, seriously, when we play as Tails, it's going to be the exact same thing: shooting things, destroying things, and whatnot. And I will have nothing else to say. I mean, I could jump cut to the point where Eggman shoots him out of the sky. I could just speed it up until we get to that point. I'm still trying to figure that part out right now. So, how much ammunition does the tornado hold? It's a video game. Why am I questioning these things? And you gotta admit, the egg carrier is pretty cool looking. I mean, it has a nice looking design. It has a lot of creature comforts, as we will discover much later on. But yeah, you know, if I were to own an egg carrier like that, I would add a cloaking device. That way, I could travel around in style and it's invisible. But Eggman wants to show off his brand new toy, so yeah.
We did it!
Way to go, Tails! Tails? Tails? You're not who I'm looking for. Oh, I wonder if he's okay.
Sound effect courtesy of an old Atari game. Well, Sonic, you've lost Tails, but you're about to find someone you don't really want to find.
Sonic, wait up! Long time no see!
Amy.
What's wrong with you anyway? Listen, this birdie seems to be in trouble, so you need to be his bodyguard for a while.
You must be kidding.
If you don't, we're just gonna tag along anyway. I got up my map.
Amy Rose, Sonic's longtime stalker. And this is her first appearance of her modern look, including that red dress. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll talk about it in her playthrough, but for now, here comes another cutscene.
Ah, look! Eggman's robot's on the loose!
problem? He's just a chunk of cheesy hardware.
Whoa!
Oh, now what? Huh?
Look here! It says, you touch it and freeze! Let's go!
Amy! Wait! Oh, man! That girl is such a pain.
You know, it was nice of Zero just to hover around while Sonic and Amy were having their scene about entering Twinkle Park. You know, if I was Zero, I would have taken the opportunity to attack them. But then Sonic would have smashed Zero to bits, and Amy's story would have been over. Oh, darn. And I don't like this part of Twinkle Park. I mean, this is what happens when Sonic drives a hover cart. And that's why Sonic Drift sucks. Oh, that was lame. That was... See, look at that. That guy didn't... I was just sitting right there and he... Oh, yeah. So here comes the cart section of Twinkle Park. And believe it or not, this sort of thing is actually a mini game in Twinkle Park. But I'm not going to play it. You can play it if you want to, but I'm not. I just want to get this out of the way. And the problem with this is, at certain points, if you do not get enough speed, you will not make the jumps. Like right here, for example! Ugh. Yeah, first death of the game. Ugh. But the game was courteous enough to give Sonic some extra lives in the event he falls to his doom. You know, Sonic on foot would have been faster. I mean, sure, it looks like fun to drive around in a space-themed track, but still. And I do like that whole ring counter on the back of his hover car, but I can clearly see it underneath the time thing. I don't know how I survived that. Ugh. By the way, music courtesy of Sonic 3D Blast, the Genesis version. We done yet? Now we are. Yay. Alright, let's move on. Now, I do have to admit, this looks like fun. You know, I just like to throw my hands into the air, wee and all that. And I wish I could jump off right there so that I can end the level quickly. But alas, we have to go through Twinkle Park. Alright, let's go bowling. Whoop-de-doo. And... strike. That was a strike, I swear. We get animals and rings from this floating crown thingy. And this is a theme park attraction for Station Square. What kind of people live in Station Square? And first we have Casinopolis for people who like to gamble. And I just had a gutter ball. Bleh. As I was saying, people here are weird. There's Casinopolis with these pinball-themed games, and you get dumped into the sewer if you don't get the required amount of rings. And you have this place, Twinkle Park, with all these springs and death traps on a carousel. And, well, I'll have to forgive the badniks because I'm assuming that Eggman added them. So, yeah. And of course, I failed to reach the upper path. Oh well, I prefer the bomb path anyway. It's much easier to navigate. I mean, this place would be a nice themed attraction if it weren't for all the bombs and the badniks and the death traps everywhere. It would have been a nice place to go. But, no, I do like the music. The music gives a sense of nice twilight, twinkly, castle-y feeling and all that. So, is this a hologram? I mean, clearly there's obviously a bottomless pit there, but is this a hologram? What kind of technology does Station Square use? I just, And you gotta be careful around here because one slip off and it's back down to the bottom where we have to do this again. Ugh. Thankfully, the Lightspeed Dash decides to cooperate with me this time around, so shouldn't take too long. Yeah, fall off, don't fall off. Of course, we have to go all the way here. I hear there's a way we can cheat it to get through this thing quicker, but I don't know how. I just want to get through it in one piece. And screw these badniks. Just step on the capsule and we're done.
Yes.
First appearance of a 3D capsule in a 3D Sonic game. Yay. And notice how the badniks are continuing to throw bombs even after I have finished the level. It's like, I'm protected by credits and all that, so you can't hurt me. Nah, 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 nah. And there's no sign of Amy Rose. Darn.
Welcome to Twinkle Park.
Oh, shoot! I've lost Amy! I bet that robot hauled butt after her. I'd better catch her before it does.
You know, Sonic, Amy can still be in Twinkle Park, a particularly fakery way, that castle. But no, Sonic assumes that, oh, Amy left Twinkle Park. No, Sonic, there's a good chance she's still in there, you know, being chased by Zero. Because as soon as she leaves Twinkle Park, she will get captured by Zero and taken to the Mystic Ruins. Meanwhile, we're going to have a little fun. Yes, we're going to have fun in one of my favorite levels of this game. And it doesn't matter which elevator you take, they lead you to the same place. And we're off to Speed Highway. And, you know, this sort of thing should have been at Twinkle Park during that road section. Sonic running on the street, gaining speed, pure speed. We need greasy, fast speed. And we get slowed down by a platform. Oh well. Yeah, I think they made a good choice when they selected this stage to be part of Sonic Generations because, look at that. Pure adrenaline speed, multiple pathways, good music. Yeah, that music, you know, up and down and all around, and I'm just, yeah, see, this is the thing true Sonic fans love. You just want to go fast, and these multiple pathways, I know there are multiple pathways throughout different levels in this game, but this one takes the cake. Because depending on which direction you want to go, you can go upwards, you can go downward. If you successfully run across a wall, you can go up an upper pathway. Just keep running and running and running. If you homing attack enemies, you can make it to the end a little quicker. And yeah. And of course, I decided to slow down here because I don't want to risk falling off. Yeah, I'm too slow. I'm too cautious. Big whoop. I should have gone a little faster, but live and learn. So this is Station Square's highways. Are there cars, hover cars, by any chance? I mean, do they float around? Do they have the ability to transform from wheel mode to hover flight mode, like in those hover cars in Back to the Future? Because how does a car go across this thing? Seriously, that whole corkscrew thing. Killing spinners and getting a free life. Yay. And watch me lose all my rings here. Stupid patrol car things. You know, I have to admit, I like this part better in Sonic Generations only for the fact there are a bunch of badnik police cars chasing you. And, well, it kind of gives you a more challenging feel. It gets the adrenaline pumping. And I like this version of Speed Highway, the actual road section, better than in Sonic Generations, because even though they're kind of close, the Sonic Generations version has some platforming sections that sometimes kind of irk me, and sometimes I just want to run. I guess I just have to feel the need for speed, you know what I mean? And I'm thankful that this part was cut out for Sonic Generations, because imagine ending a great level on a great game at this slow section. This whole street section is too slow, too serenic, even the music is slow. And then we have to get to this water fountain here that will act like a spring. So we get to, I'm assuming that's City Hall. Ring that bell for one. Yeah, once we leave Speed Highway, we will exit through City Hall. And how does that even work? Well, I suppose it's possible if Sonic enters through one way and exits through another way through a building. It's possible. I mean, real-life buildings are like that, but why am I explaining things in a video game? It's just a video game. We are here to have fun. Why do I bring up this sort of logic? Oh. Hi, cop car. I would love to hit you, but then I would get arrested. But who cares? I'm the fastest thing alive. I can just run away for you quickly. And there's still no sign of Amy Rose. Oh, darn. Don't worry, we will see her in just a few seconds.
Amy! Oh man! Where can she be?
Ah! Sonic! Help!
I'll cut him off at the Mystic Ruins!
Will Sonic save Amy from Zero? Will Amy ever stop chasing Sonic? Nope. We'll see you in part 4, everybody.